East Timor.
Yeah, but that's okay because the politicians, they don't care what the East Timorese think because East Timorese people don't call talkback radio. In fact, look, even when we arranged for an East Timorese friend of ours to try phoning up talkback host Bob Francis, it didn't work out so well.
Matati, are you calling from East Timor?
Excuse
me, can you speak English, please? Goodbye, I don't even know what you're talking about. 17 minutes to 12 o'clock.
We tried. What the East Timor solution is all about, however, is this guy, David Bradbury. Now, he's almost as much behind Gillard's policies as he is behind the for photo opportunities off the coast of Darwin.
Now, look, no wonder Bradbury loves patrolling the seas off Darwin because his electorate is right next door to the Blue Mountains. But look, admittedly, David Bradbury does have some very good political instincts. Like he said this during the leadership spill.
There is and has been a growing view that we have lost our way.
No kidding you've lost your way, David. You're in the Timor Sea. Your electorate is 4,000 kilometres away.
Anyway, David Bradbury seems very concerned about boat people in his landlocked electorate of Lindsay. So we deployed Commodore Craig Rucastle to help protect Lindsay's borders.
We're here to help David patrol the borders of his Western Sydney electorate. I've got the Navy! You don't have to go up to Darwin anymore. I've got the Navy here. We'll keep them away here. Dave!
I'll see you down there.
I don't want anyone losing their job in this electorate. Most importantly, you.
G'day, mate. Just from the Navy. We brought the boats in just to keep refugees away, OK? You right with that?
Yeah, bloody oath.
There's a bit of a problem with boat pulling in here. Oh, really? Well, your local member keeps saying there is.
No problem.
There's no problem with it?
No, we've got a good area.
And, mate, how do you feel about the Navy being here in your electorate to keep the boat people away?
Mate, I reckon it's great. You know, Australia, shut the gates.
Shut the gates?
Yeah.
The electorate of Lindsay can be accessed by several stretches of water, but the locals are vigilant and keep the boat people away by constantly smacking golf balls into the water. Keep hitting, people! Could be any second! Still, the refugees keep landing in the seat of Lindsay, and most of them come ashore here at Panther's World of Entertainment. Here's one now. Stop! Stop! Sorry. Just a local poker. It's all right. He can come in. Come on, mate. He's white. He's not a refugee. Fine. False alarm! Is he dealing with all of your unfounded fears?
Yes.
Yeah, he is. It's just white people here, isn't it?
Pretty much.
Do you think the Liberal Party will deal better with your unfounded fears?
I don't know.
Not sure?
I just know that I don't want any more boat people here.
The problem with the electorate of Lindsay is there's just so much water for the boat people to get in on. Here comes one now.
What about leprechauns? You seen any leprechauns?
No.
Well, that means David's protecting you from those. Have you seen any boogie monsters?
No.
That means David's protecting you from those. Have you seen any sky dragons?
No, not at all.
David again. Mate, David's got the Navy down here. See, just keep the boat people away. You happy? Yeah, you happy about that? Yeah, thank David for that.
Oh, thank you.
He came to visit us in Darwin, so we came down here.
Thanks, mate.
Phải đâu nhưng mà ngắm à? Đâu tuần này á?
Oni wala kala kaya meron ni refugees lega marikirale abulo wala kaya ko meron ni jama puyan kabelen
Kurang wala ni jama kuro por internet kuro marang itu ka rumbol na daw kuro panbran na ko lensi loken do na kalimber ka
Bunga mukhang ni jama mere.
ka ni na konpol ni arpia angunin kabili na mga mayiro ngalirik na jawarin na anin bili ka daw rakan na mere.
ngaran mukhang ni bango nango kanga ko ngara ul penyol ngale ke bango laka daw lemurong kalangan jayol ngopunja yakawal ke biar mak mango kawakal ko yuwal ko daw.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I think it's time for a little musical diversion. And can I say, I've been awfully taken with your Prime Minister, but there is a small part of me, the tiny pedant within, that really does wish she would learn how to speak the proper Queen's English. There's a lady in the lodge who's won my fickle heart. She's ravishing and elegant, so splendid and so smart. But Julia, I must admit, there's one small thing I hate, and that's the way you mispronounce the word
negotiate.
I can overlook your bogan tones and all your repetition. I know you'll always speak and spin like every politician, but if I am to love you, then we must get something straight. You have to learn how to pronounce the word
negotiate.
I'd have a little wager and put to you directly that any person in the street could say the word correctly.
Negotiate.
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 I don't care if the mining tax brings us to our knees. You can increase our emissions, you can spit on refugees, you can set my roof on fire, you can raise my interest rates, just as long as you learn how to say the word
negotiate.
I mean, no one says propitiate, one never hears initiate. You know we don't appreciate it when you say
negotiate.
You never say substantiate or utter differentiate. We find it quite excruciating when you say
negotiate.
Andrew Hansen, ladies and gentlemen. And the good news is Tony Jones not too far away now, and to find out what he's got coming up on Late Line tonight, here's a little preview.
Coming up on Late Line, as the arrival of boat people continues to rise, what plan do authorities have in place to combat the even larger numbers of boat shoe people?
We've seen a dramatic influx of boat shoe people, especially in affluent private school areas. These people are badly dressed yuppies. They need to be kept out.
But is it really as simple as giving them the boot?
Oh, we're not just preppy private school twats. We're human beings. We deserve some compassion.
And would there be any room for them on Christmas Island anyway?
It's just not feasible to lock them all up. Our detention centres are already overflowing with people who insist on wearing Crocs.
Footing the bill. That's tonight on Late Line.
And we deserve the right to wear pink sweaters tied around our neck as well.
Coming up at 10:15 p.m. on ABC1.
While we're still on Labor, I finally caught up with the Hawk telemovie that was on Channel 10 a couple of weeks ago. I think we got a clip of it here.
Closing their businesses, losing their homes, they're going to want you running their country.
Yeah, this is the promo they ran. I love this telemovie because I had absolutely no idea that Roger Rogerson was once the Prime Minister of Australia.
That was news to me.
Yeah, look, I had no idea that the guy from the Commonwealth Bank ads was once our treasurer. I mean, surely that's a conflict of interest.
There was actually a little bit of sneering about some of the casting, but I thought they did quite a good job on the whole, getting decent lookalikes, especially when you consider the first guy that they cast as Hawk.
And you will stand down.
What did you just say?
You know, not an exact.
He's pretty good.
It was all rigged.
Although, to be fair, he was a lot closer than the guy they originally got to cast as Howard.
That was fooling no one. No. That was never going to fly. No.
But look, for anyone who missed Hawk, I'm pleased to say that it is now out on DVD and it is well worth getting a hold on, even if you saw it on TV originally, because the DVD comes packed with loads of great extras.
Yours to own on DVD, the acclaimed telemovie about Australia's most colourful Prime Minister, with hours of bonus material including all 2,000 shags. And a special commentary track by Paul Keating.
Selfish prick.
No, this is a bloke who knew 1/8 of nothing about proper architecture. He wouldn't recognise a Van Gogh if it was hanging off his pecker.
One Prime Minister, two sides of history. Hawk, now available on DVD and Blu-ray.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Give him a break, a fucking lizard rooting a fucking poodle. I mean, come on, let's call the RSPCA.
Now, the problem that every TV network faces during an election campaign is that they have to cover politics in their news bulletins.
And politics is not the world's most entertaining subject, which is why we've put together a little lesson.
How to turn this boring shit into great TV.
Now, political issues can be quite dry, so you've got to make sure you have some great footage to stimulate viewers' interest.
Yes, now here is an object lesson in TV reporting from 10 News, right? Now, they went out and filmed thousands of dazzling images to add excitement to a report about broadband. This is the actual story they showed on air in real time.
OK, they start off with this extraordinary